Third-party Amazon sellers are being impacted with factories in China shutting down due to the spread of the coronavirus. Joining us now to discuss is Michael Michelini. He's a partner at Alpha Rock Capital. And Mike, first of all, you sell a lot on Amazon, but we can't detail exactly what it is, I understand, because it's very competitive and you have a lot of trade secrets. But you have about 10 brands on Amazon. What has business been like for you the last 2 weeks? Can you get what you need? Are you able to fill all the orders that are out there?
So far, we're lucky. We stock deep is our strategy always. And we were prepared already for the Chinese New Year. So we had already stocked well before the Chinese New Year is already shut down. But this extension of the Chinese New Year has really been a shocker to us as well as many. But for now, we're mostly in stock for most of our top selling products.
And Mike, if you could guess right now how much inventory you have, what your availability would be to acquire new inventory. And I guess, a related question is, what's the climate like in China right now with folks going back to work? Certainly here stateside, the situation with respect to coronavirus has gotten a lot more serious and folks are a lot more alarmed. But it seems perhaps that the virus-related fears in China have stabilized, but I don't know if that's your feeling as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think, of course, China is all about business and getting things back to normal. The government wants stability. They've made a huge, lockdown of the people leaving their homes, and now there's just really big frustration to get business back to normal. So there's this huge pressure from the suppliers and factories to get back to work. The factories have been reopening in late February. We're hoping next week in March things should be getting back to normal. The biggest problem is not the factories reopening, it's the workers getting back from their hometowns, especially if in the epicenter in Wuhan. A lot of people are concerned that they'll be able to even get back to the factory. So the big concern is there's always this turnover every Chinese New Year of new staff hiring and old staff not returning, but especially the huge turnover now with the backlog of orders. We're really concerned maybe quality problems or just prioritizing of which supply to make for which customer, which buyer like us.
Right. Hey, Mike, I understand that your family is stuck in China. Is that the case? And is there anything you can share with us about that?
Yeah, it's been it's both a business and a personal thing for me. I have a wife I met while I was in China. I'm currently in Manila, and my 2 children are with her family in North China, and they've been there since the Chinese New Year. I came down here for work with our investment company for Amazon, and she stayed behind with her family. And then we had heard about the virus coming out, but it wasn't made to be such a big deal before the Chinese New Year in early January. So they've been on a quarantine at home with limited amount of time to go out to buy groceries. And I do my daily video call with them, and everybody's healthy at home. Her parents, my wife, my children. But of course, it's very, very nerve-wracking time for all of us.
So I certainly have a lot going on a personal level and also work-wise here. I mean, best of luck to your family and getting reunited with them. Overall, are you optimistic that, you're going to be back with your family, that business will be back to usual? Or do you think that we have some more hiccups here along the way that will be felt as far over here as the United States, that this isn't done yet, or you think we've turned the corner?
So I'm watching this closely, of course, as all of us are. It seems like we had said earlier in this interview, it seems like it's spreading more overseas and is stabilizing in China. I think the biggest concern that we're all watching is when the factories reopen and the work starts back in China, will it start to spread again? That's, I think, probably what we're going to start to notice next week once factories really get back to normal. And the hope is that it's really contained and that things will be back to normal. We just got to hope that it's always a balance of personal health and as well as business, right? Business, we want to get back to normal, get products shipping and selling. But of course, we want even if they're not our own staff, even the factories staff and well-being, we do want people to be healthy and safe. So it's a tricky balance. But I think the biggest concern is, will the virus spread once factories start reopening in March?
Mike, just real quick before we let you go, are you going to change the way you do business from now on? Has this changed anything for you?
So we are well diversified. So of course we have investors. We've been raising money to buy brands on Amazon. We mentioned we have 10 brands. So we do have India suppliers. We do have U.S. We buy in America as well and sell on Amazon U.S. We have other supply chain. With the trade, it's been a rough year, honestly, with trade war last year, and then even there was a Hong Kong uprising, which caused some disruption, and now this virus. It's just been a really rough year for China's supply chain. So we've already been looking to diversify, but I think that this one especially has been more effective to make us, as well as many others that we know in the industry, to really look for diversification of supply chain outside of China.
Mike Michelini, thank you so much for staying up, a partner at Alpha Rock Capital. Great to get some time with you.
Thanks for having me.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.